Welcome, friends, to Ancient Wisdom. Silence is not merely the absence of noise, but an art of living. It is the key that unlocks the door to inner peace and profound wisdom. In the fast-paced modern world, where chaotic sounds and restless thoughts often overwhelm our minds, silence offers a sanctuary, a space to truly understand ourselves and the world around us. As the ancient saying goes, silence is the foundation of all greatness. Silence is not a sign of avoidance or weakness. It is the strength of a wise and resilient soul. It reflects mindfulness and mastery over life's challenges. When faced with conflicts or injustices, instead of reacting impulsively, silence allows us to pause, reflect, and respond with clarity and wisdom. As the Zen master Thich Nhat Hanh once said, "Silence is the foundation of listening. It is the most precious gift you can give to others." Silence acts as a mirror to our inner self. In moments of quiet, we can hear the voice of our heart and discern what truly matters. Worries and desires gradually fade, making way for serenity and insight. Look at the great rivers. They flow quietly, yet their strength is undeniable. Similarly, strong individuals are not those who make the most noise, but those who use silence to regulate themselves, navigate challenges with patience, and face life with calm determination. Let silence become a part of your journey. Through it, you will find wisdom, peace, and a deeper connection to yourself and the world. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel to explore more meaningful lessons about life. Dear friends, humans take just 2 years to learn how to speak, but a lifetime to master the art of silence. Why? Because while others may notice the results, the journey you've taken, the struggles, triumphs, and lessons is something only you truly understand. Even if you try to share, most people won't genuinely care or grasp the depth of your experience. That's why it's often wiser to remain silent, observe, and let your actions speak louder than words. Over time, silence reveals truths about life and people that words cannot express. Life is a vast sea of trials and challenges. Silence may feel like solitude, but from another perspective, it can become a source of strength and joy. In the stillness, we find clarity. I hope you remain optimistic, cherishing life's simple pleasures. Embrace moments of silence to cultivate peace and resilience. Time, though silent, holds the power to reveal the most honest answers. Those who learn to stay calm and grow through life's storms will eventually reap life's most meaningful rewards. Silence is also wisdom. As the old saying goes, speak only what you know. If not, lean back and listen. A wise person doesn't fill the air with noise, but speaks with intention and knowledge. Thomas Edison famously remarked, "What we know is a drop. What we don't know is an ocean." Socrates echoed this humility with his admission, "I know that I know nothing." True wisdom lies in understanding the limits of our knowledge, in listening deeply, and in the patience to remain quiet when words would only complicate matters. Silence isn't about indifference or passivity, it's about observation, reflection, and thoughtful expression. It's the intelligence to withhold judgment when misunderstood, to stay composed under pressure, and to let time vindicate your truth. Silence teaches us to see beyond surface conflicts and understand the deeper currents of cause and effect. Silence is not weakness, it's strength. It's the restraint to avoid escalating conflict and the grace to hold space for others. Sometimes the most profound connection comes not from speaking, but from the quiet presence of simply being there. May we all learn to treasure the art of silence, a gift that deepens understanding, nurtures peace, and enriches every relationship. Silence is not a sign of incompetence, but a reflection of maturity and self-mastery. The more one speaks, the higher the chance of mistakes. Careless words can lead to regret, boasting can expose weaknesses, and dishonesty can trap you in your own web. Those who master the art of silence move with precision and rarely falter. In negotiations, silence becomes a potent ally. Say your piece clearly and succinctly, then let silence work its magic. By doing so, you not only exude confidence in your words, but also respect the other person's thoughts, allowing them the space to respond genuinely. This measured silence often achieves more than heated debates or over-explanation. Silence is also a fertile ground for creativity and growth. When the mind is quiet, it finds the space to create masterpieces, uncover profound truths, and achieve self-reflection. As the great writer Johann Wolfgang von Goethe remarked, "Talent is nurtured in solitude, while character is forged in the storms of life." Recognizing when someone is immersed in deep thought is a form of respect. Disrupting their moment of introspection is akin to trampling over a sacred space. A truly wise individual doesn't rely on endless words to prove themselves. They let their actions and results speak volumes. Silence often carries more weight and meaning than the most eloquent speech, as it reflects a depth of understanding and a confident presence. The ability to speak well is a skill, but the wisdom to remain silent when needed is a rare and valuable virtue. In social interactions, knowing when to hold your tongue fosters harmony and avoids unnecessary conflict. Words once spoken cannot be taken back, and as the adage goes, trouble often arises from the tongue. Mastering silence, developing the art of understanding without questioning, seeing clearly without proclaiming, and focusing on one's own path instead of meddling in others' lives. By learning when to speak and when to be silent, you not only enrich your own life, but also cultivate meaningful and harmonious relationships. Seeing through others, a lesson in wisdom and silence. In the vast journey of life, we encounter countless experiences that teach us the value of caution both in words and actions. Mastering the art of silence and restraint not only shields us from unnecessary trouble, but also strengthens our relationships. It's a skill as rare as it is profound. You may recognize someone's true nature, but revealing it is seldom beneficial. Often, exposing the truth serves no purpose other than to complicate matters, possibly turning against you. Life teaches us that what we say and do has a ripple effect, often impacting us more than we realize. When it comes to the problems of others, the wisest course of action is often non-interference. After all, their choices belong to them, not you. In relationships, mutual understanding is sufficient. Focus on steering your own ship rather than expending energy on matters that don't add value to your life. Silence, paired with non-intervention, is a form of wisdom that spares you from entanglement in unnecessary drama. Sometimes, the greatest respect you can show is to know but not ask, to see but not reveal. Everyone has their pride, their tendencies. Some may flaunt their achievements or cling to saving face. But that's their journey, not yours. Understanding this and keeping certain truths to yourself demonstrates maturity and self-restraint. Harming others, intentionally or unintentionally, often rebounds on you. If you see through someone's intentions, step back with grace. There's no need for confrontation or severing ties completely. Such actions only breed discord. Instead, silence becomes an act of self-preservation and inner peace, a quiet testament to your self-cultivation. Life will introduce you to a spectrum of people, some of whom may challenge your patience or values. Reacting with anger or confrontation only drains your energy and peace of mind. By maintaining clarity and emotional balance, you can rise above such challenges with strength and dignity. Even when you extend kindness, others may not reciprocate or even misunderstand your intentions. In such cases, maintaining a respectful distance is essential. Avoid crossing boundaries or meddling in others' affairs, as doing so risks straining relationships and leaving you burdened with regret. True wisdom lies in seeing through the noise and choosing silence, not as a sign of weakness, but as a reflection of strength, dignity, and inner harmony. As individuals, we must first learn to respect ourselves and extend that respect to others' privacy. By worrying less about others' affairs, we unburden ourselves and find peace. Each person has their own thoughts and perspectives. While your intentions may be genuine, they might be perceived as interference. Therefore, resist the urge to overly concern yourself with other people's business. Living your own life with intention and focus is what truly matters. If one seeks a life of tranquility, they must steer clear of trivial matters, refrain from interfering in others' lives, and let go of the desire to control. The principle of seeing through but not speaking out is a powerful guideline for navigating relationships. Learn to respect others by focusing less on their actions and more on your growth and self-improvement. This restraint and wisdom can transform both your outlook and your path. Zhuge Liang, the esteemed strategist, eloquently wrote in his Commandments to my son, "The virtue of a gentleman lies in cultivating himself through tranquility and nurturing his character through diligence and frugality. Without purity, there can be no wisdom. Without silence, one cannot go far." In this world, everyone has the right to voice their opinions. Yet, true wisdom lies in discerning when to speak and when to remain silent. Often, those with less ability feel compelled to explain, argue, or assert themselves loudly. Conversely, those with genuine strength and confidence choose silence, allowing their actions to speak volumes. Silence is not a sign of weakness, but of mastery over the self and the circumstances around you. When you focus on your own journey instead of the noise of others, you not only cultivate peace, but also pave the way for deeper wisdom and lasting fulfillment. If you are strong, you don't need to explain yourself. In life, we all face moments of misunderstanding, criticism, or even outright mistreatment. The instinctive response for most is to justify themselves, to explain their intentions or clarify the truth. Yet there are those rare individuals who remain composed and unshaken, choosing silence over justification. These people understand a profound truth. Strength isn't about speaking louder, it's about standing firm and letting your actions speak for themselves. Explanations are often futile, especially when directed at those unwilling to believe. As the saying goes, for those who trust you, no proof is necessary. For those who don't, no proof will suffice. Instead of exhausting yourself with words, it's wiser to release the need for validation and live your life with integrity and peace. Take Gongsun Hong, a revered chancellor during the reign of Emperor Wu of Han, as an example. Known for his humility and modesty, he wore plain clothes and lived frugally even after rising to one of the highest positions in the empire. His colleague Jian accused him of feigned humility, claiming he sought admiration through pretense. When Emperor Wu questioned him, Gongsun Hong's response was simple and profound. His words highlight my flaws. Without Jian, how would your majesty know of my shortcomings? Instead of defensiveness, he displayed humility and grace, earning Emperor Wu's deeper trust and respect. On another occasion, when Jian accused him of betrayal for changing his stance to align with Emperor Wu's wishes, Gongsun Hong calmly replied, "Those who understand me will see me as loyal. Those who do not will see me as disloyal." His words reflected a quiet confidence rooted in self-awareness and a steadfast character. Chen Danqing, the renowned artist, captured this wisdom when he said, "You don't need to constantly tell others what kind of person you are. People will see what they want to see, and sometimes it's better to let misunderstandings shield your true self." The greatest mistake we make is inviting unnecessary complications into our lives by trying to win over everyone's approval. True strength lies not in defending every accusation, but in living authentically, trusting that your character will eventually shine through. Silence is not weakness, it is maturity, wisdom, and most importantly, freedom. The strong do not need to argue. Have you ever noticed how people's awareness, ways of thinking, habits, and life experiences are vastly different? These differences naturally lead to varied perspectives and viewpoints. Trying to bridge these gaps through argument often results in frustration, misunderstanding, or even animosity. The stronger path lies in silence, where calmness diffuses tension and prevents unnecessary trouble. There's a story of a renowned monk on Mount Emei who lived to the age of 100. One day, a man traveled great distances to seek the secret to happiness from him. The monk calmly replied, "Never argue with people who are on a different level." The man, dissatisfied, said, "Master, I don't completely agree with your answer." The monk smiled and responded, "You are right." This story reveals a profound truth. You don't need everyone to agree with you, nor should you force your views upon others. Some conversations are not worth having, especially with people whose perspectives are vastly different. In life, you will meet people who mock your aspirations. When you read and learn, they may dismiss it as pretending to study. When you exercise, they might laugh and say you have nothing better to do. When you pursue higher education, they may urge you to settle down instead. Explaining the joy of learning, the benefits of exercise, or the fulfillment of self-improvement to such people often feels futile. Worse, it might leave you doubting yourself, as though their validation were necessary for your choices to matter. As the saying goes, you stand on a mountain peak and tell them there lies an ocean beyond, but halfway up the mountain, all they see is barren land. Silence, at times, is the greatest wisdom. It shows respect for yourself and others, acknowledging that not everyone needs to understand or support your journey. True strength comes from within, not from seeking approval, but from confidently walking your own path. The weak lie for the opinions of others, while the strong embrace who they are, letting their actions and character speak louder than words. Choose not to argue, and let your silence and resolve be your greatest reply. The strong do not try to correct others. A German philosopher once observed, when engaging with others, resist the urge to correct them, even if your intentions are good. This wisdom captures a profound truth about human relationships. Offering unsolicited advice often does more harm than good. It's tempting to point out what we see as flaws or misguided behaviors in others. When someone stays up late binge watching shows or playing games, we feel compelled to warn them about the dangers of irregular sleep. When someone is overcome by hardship or sadness, we try to persuade them to let go and move forward based on our own experiences. If someone neglects their diet or skips exercise, we might insist on explaining how such habits can derail their health and life. While these observations may be valid, few people welcome unsolicited advice. Even when your intentions are pure, those who misunderstand you may view your words as meddling or judgmental. Instead of feeling helped, they may feel hurt or annoyed. Sometimes, the greatest wisdom lies in restraint. True strength isn't found in the need to correct or persuade others, but in knowing when to remain silent. As the saying goes, a wise man never argues, he allows time to prove the truth. Too often, we neglect our own growth by focusing on others. We expend precious energy worrying about their choices and emotions, yet fail to reflect on whether we're truly leading by example. Silence in these moments isn't just about restraint, it's a mark of maturity and self-discipline. Unless someone explicitly seeks your guidance, it is wiser to refrain from offering unsolicited advice. This discipline reflects the highest level of personal growth and respect for others. The younger and less experienced we are, the more we rely on words to assert ourselves, debating, arguing, and proving points. But as we mature, we learn that silence speaks volumes. It reflects inner confidence, independence, and an understanding that you don't need to explain yourself to anyone. Those with great character walk a broader, brighter path in life. By contrast, those with shallow character, even if skilled, will struggle to leave a lasting impact. Character is not an innate gift, it's forged through reflection, growth, and experience. When you master the art of silence and restraint, you begin to cultivate character, a strength admired by all and essential to a meaningful, impactful life. 1. The first sign: replace complaints with action. We've all encountered someone like my former roommate. After work, her routine was not to unwind but to gather anyone she knew and launch into relentless complaints about her boss or coworkers. Initially, those around her offered sympathy and advice, trying to ease her frustration. But as time went on, their responses dwindled. Her incessant negativity became a constant background noise, and while no one openly criticized her, they silently judged her behavior. Perhaps you know someone like this: people who, when faced with adversity, immediately feel victimized and air their grievances as if the world owes them a better hand. It's natural to occasionally vent our emotions. In fact, expressing frustrations now and then can be cathartic. However, when complaining becomes a reflex rather than a rarity, and no action is taken to resolve the underlying issues, it reflects a lack of maturity and wisdom. Why do some people rarely complain? Because they understand that life is inherently imperfect. They recognize the complexities of people, circumstances, and timing. As the saying goes, the world tested me with hardship, and I responded with resilience. Life isn't easy for anyone. What distinguishes the wise is their ability to face challenges with optimism and determination rather than dwelling on their struggles. Instead of lamenting, they adapt, evolve, and grow stronger. Complaining wastes time and energy that could be used to effect meaningful change. Next time you feel the urge to grumble, pause and ask yourself, what can I do to improve this situation? That shift in perspective is where growth begins. The world doesn't promise us fairness, but it offers us countless opportunities to learn, improve, and triumph. Replace complaints with action, and you'll not only navigate life's challenges more effectively, but also inspire respect and admiration from others. 2. The second sign: less calculation, more openness. I once watched a movie with a scene like this. A man discovered, through GPS tracking, that his lost iPad was in the hands of a butcher. To reclaim it, he offered the only 1,500 yuan he had, asking the butcher for a slight discount. The butcher agreed, but immediately took a knife and scratched the iPad, coldly saying, "Its value now matches the price you paid." Such an act reflects a calculating nature, one often rooted in small-mindedness and short-sightedness. This behavior not only harms others, but also raises serious questions about one's character. I'm reminded of a story about a man who found a large pearl, but wasn't satisfied because it had a small blemish. Determined to remove it, he kept sanding the pearl layer by layer. In the end, when the blemish was gone, so was the pearl. Those who are overly calculating focus solely on immediate gains, failing to see the bigger picture. In doing so, they often lose far more than they gain. If you live selfishly, each day will feel dull and heavy. However, when you open your heart to life and others, blessings will naturally come your way, and every day will feel brighter and more fulfilling. Generosity doesn't just bring joy to others, it frees your own spirit. Like a flowing stream, if water only comes in and never flows out, the stream will stagnate. But when water circulates, it remains fresh and vibrant. Don't let petty calculation stop you from enjoying what truly matters in life. By living sincerely and generously, you not only foster meaningful relationships, but also enrich your own life. 3. The third sign, taking responsibility. There's a saying, responsibility is the cornerstone of trust and success. I know someone whose colleagues describe her as a person who can handle anything. No matter how urgent the task or how complex the challenge, she consistently delivers results that exceed expectations. When asked to write product advertisements, she created 6 or 7 versions, each one receiving praise. Within a year, her commitment and reliability earned her a well-deserved promotion. People with a strong sense of responsibility radiate confidence and reliability. They're the ones entrusted with critical tasks, not because they never make mistakes, but because they approach every challenge with resilience and dedication. When you view work as a burden, you overlook the opportunities hidden within the struggles. Every responsibility, no matter how daunting, is a chance to grow, refine your skills, and prove your worth. Taking responsibility means more than just handling tasks. It's about owning failures, facing setbacks, and accepting criticism with grace. True strength lies in the ability to embrace failure as a stepping stone to greater success. Courage and accountability is a hallmark of maturity. The strong don't waste time blaming circumstances or others. Instead, they take ownership, learn from their experiences, and prepare for the next opportunity. They understand that the ability to take responsibility not only builds character but also creates limitless potential. As one saying goes, when a person's character is strong enough, they rise above the trivialities of life. A responsible person doesn't crumble under setbacks. They nurture patience and resilience, becoming the foundation upon which success is built. By accepting responsibility, they demonstrate a courage that acts as both a personal credential and a medal of honor in life. Character defines the scope of one's life. Strong character paves the way for trust, respect, and boundless possibilities. Thank you for watching today's video. If these insights resonate with you, share them with friends and loved ones to spread positivity. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you won't miss our next inspiring video. See you soon.